I can remember a speech that you made, Governor, in the spring of 2008 at the State of the State. And you said these words, and I'm going to paraphrase, that you look to celebrate our youth, our young people, our students in academics and scholastically, just as we do our athletes on the field. And I sat in the balcony of the State House and you said that I've never forgotten it. And this is just simply an example or our version of celebrating our young people, Mr. Johnson, as we celebrate you and all your accomplishments. We like to celebrate our young people the same way. And Senator Turner, when she was city council person, when the governor's initiative began and has it followed up through Dr. Sanders and the student promises, she was on the front line, in the paint, half court. Senator Nina Turner.
Thank you, Bob. Good morning, Eagles. Good morning. Eagles soar, is that right? Yeah. Can we give another shout out to Mr. Lee for his courage? Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I want to say to Mr. Magic Johnson, Mr. Magic, my dad is sitting, Dad, wave your hand. My dad is 63 years old. He's still playing full court basketball. Is that all right? I want to thank Mr. Ivory, and I certainly want to thank our councilman. I want to say to Dr. Sanders, the pastor, Eppinger, to you, Governor, which is my honor this morning to introduce you. I want to say to you young people, not only do Eagles do soar, I am a witness. I was nurtured in this same environment. Eagles do soar. But we have a governor here, Principal Myles, who has integrity, compassion, and strength. Integrity, compassion, and strength. In the midst of the greatest recession of our time, our governor had the courage to say that K through 12 education was going to be at the forefront of our budget and not at the back of our budget. Despite record deficits, he said that it is our obligation, both morally and fiduciary, to make sure that we educate our students in K through 12. He believed that education was the foundation of Ohio's future. He was committed to closing the achievement gap, which won this state some national awards. Our governor stood up and said that there should be no child left behind, and regardless of your parents or your ethnicity or your religion, you should not be left behind in the state of Ohio. And he put the full force and weight of his office on closing the achievement gap, which is now called the Students of Promise. Can we give our governor a hand? Our governor, Dr. Sanders, understands what Albert Einstein understood in 1919. And Dr. Sanders, he knows what I am about to say. Albert Einstein said that corn and weeds can grow in the same soil if the conditions are right. He understood that conditions matter more than the soil. We have a governor who understands that the conditions for prosperity and excellence in this state and in this nation is all about you, young people. That you are the exclamation point and not the afterthought. We have a governor who stands up and wants to create, has been working very, very hard over the last 4 years, and to God's grace, he will have another 4 years to continue to set the conditions right. He knows that Ohio's future is about having right conditions. So, Governor, this morning, the JFK Eagles want to give you a rousing applause for being the creator of right conditions. Without further ado, I bring to you Governor Ted Strickland, the governor of this state of Ohio. Come on, Eagles! Come on, Eagles! Come on, Eagles! Our creator of right conditions.
students, how are you? Thank you for the warmth of your welcome. I have been so impressed by what I have seen and what I have heard this morning, but I have been even more impressed by what I have felt this morning. You warm my heart as I watch you recite your poetry, sing the songs, dance. You are precious. You are the future of Ohio. And I am so happy to be here this morning with Mr. Magic Johnson. Now, before you applaud, let me take just a moment to tell you how Mr. Johnson arrived at John F. Kennedy High School. I had the privilege of visiting Mr. Johnson in Los Angeles, California. And I asked him if he would come to Ohio to help me. And you know what he said? I'll come to Ohio to help you if we can visit some schools and interact with some students. You are at the top of his agenda. And I want him to be able to have some time to speak to you. I'm just going to say this about him. You know, he is a great athlete, one of the greatest athletes that's ever lived. You know of his accomplishments on the basketball court. But I want you to know something else about Mr. Johnson. He has excelled in life. He has not only played basketball and done it with excellence, but he has pursued a lifetime of service. He is a great philanthropist. And by that I mean he is an individual who deeply cares about all people. But he especially cares about you, young people. And I am so pleased and happy that he is here in Ohio, that he's come to the John F. Kennedy High School. And I present to you our special guest this morning, Mr. Magic.
Just 1 second. First, what an honor it is to be here to talk to you this morning. First of all, let's give it up for your unbelievable principal and the teachers that we have here. I'm going to tell you a secret right quick. And can we have it quiet just a little bit? Because this is important that I deliver this message to you this morning. It's so important that we understand that you can do anything in life you want to do. Anything in life you want to accomplish, you can do that. But your path will be through education. So while you're here, take advantage of your education. I grew up the same way. I'm from Michigan, 6 sisters, 3 brothers. My dad had to work 2 jobs. My mother was a custodian at the local junior high. I grew up poor. Sometimes we had the jelly, but but not the peanut butter. We had the sugar and the water, a lot of times not the Kool-Aid. So just because I grew up poor, I didn't have poor dreams though.